9th class students. In this video we are going to learn the topic multiple operations. Like scenarios, multiple operations is also a planning tool for what if questions, but unlike a scenario, the multiple operation tool does not present the alternative version in the same cells or with a drop down list. You would have noticed what was happening in the scenario. You select the scenario, set of values get reflected in the same set of cells always whenever you change the scenario. But in multiple operations, you are considering all the scenarios, practically all the possible values with these what changes will get reflected, but not in the same set of cells. And instead, the multiple operation tool creates a formula array, a separate set of cells that give all the alternative result for the formulas used. Although the tool is not listed among the functions, it is really a function that acts on other functions, allowing you to calculate different results without having to enter and run them separately. Let's understand multiple operations practically. Assume you want to calculate selling price of an item is given and cost price of an item is also given. Number of items sold also given. And if I say please calculate profit or loss, you know if selling price is more than cost price, definitely there is a profit, otherwise loss. And if assume number of items sold is 1000. So to calculate profit or loss, first of all, we are going to find the difference between selling price minus cost price, and we are going to multiply it with the number of items sold. And in this manner we evaluated profit or loss. If the selling price of an item is 25, we have a cost price is 20, and we have in total sold 1000 items, so overall profit or loss we have made is 5000. Now multiple scenarios is about if this is one formula we have applied, and if in this formula assume I want to know the profit or loss may based upon the value number of items sold that change 2000, you know profit or loss is 10,000. So this is again like a what if scenario. What if the number of items sold get changed like that? Now if for this value, if I want to represent that if number of items sold is one time 1000, next time 2000, and I want to calculate up to 10,000, the profit or loss made should that be displayed in this cell. So what I am doing, I have for one particular scenario we have applied the formula, and in this formula we are going to vary the value of this cell, and the value which are going to vary are being stored in this column. As per the changes in this cell value, the calculation will get changed and it will reflected in respective cells in column I. So both the columns, actually both the range should get selected. After that data, then multiple operations, and in this multiple operation window the functioning should be clear that which formula we are going to use to calculate profit or loss is in this cell. So I selected E8. After that, column input cell. The column input cell, it is our column in which values are varying, but in the formula this value is appearing in this cell. It is appearing, first of all let me show cursor is here. After that I will select number of items sold cell. What we are doing actually for this formula, we want number of items sold to be used 1000 first time, next time 2000, next time 3000, and according to that whatever the output will appear in these respective cells. Click OK. And in this manner, we have calculated profit or loss made based upon number of items sold. If I sold 1000 item, profit or loss made will be 5000. For 2000, profit or loss made will be 10,000. For 4,000, it will be definitely 20,000. In this manner, we have applied multiple operations. So you would have noticed multiple operations is about making use of the existing formula, and in this formula we are varying either one value, or it is also possible to vary more than one values. But in this case, we have learned varying the one value. In this column, all the variations are given. You would have noticed at the time of applying multiple operations, we have selected column input cell, that this input is going in this cell. So it is about very basics of multiple operations. Now next, proceed further when. Well, let me delete all these things. Now, in this formula, there are three factors: selling price, cost price, and number of items sold. We have varied only the number of items sold in this column H. If we want to vary in this formula two values, selling price also getting changed, you know that cost price is definitely 20, it will remain so. So selling price we want to change, and we want to know our profit or loss if our selling price is 20, if our selling price is 25, if it is 30, if it is 35, it is 40. That means in this formula, the values of number of items sold are ranging from 1000 to 10,000, and for each of these values, number of item selling price value is ranging from 20 to 40, and it is going to calculate all based upon these values profit or loss. Let's explore it. First of all, we will select all range of value, all range of cells. After that, in data, multiple operations. Now in this window, first of all, select the cell where the formula is. Formula is one only, but there are two variable variation. So row variation is coming from selling price. Selling price can be 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. So row input cell will come from this E5. After that, these variations are about number of items sold. So this is about actually column values. So column input cell is this one we have selected. So we have selected three things: formula, and for row input cell, these are the different values in the row. For that, input cell is E5, and these are different column values. For this, input cell is E7. After that, we are clicking OK, and you can notice here for number of items sold 1000, if the selling price is 20, profit is definitely, profit or loss both is 0, because selling price and cost price both are same. So 20 minus 20 is 0, and any number of items you sold, the profit or loss will be 0. After that, if selling price is 25, then in that case 5000 profit you would have made. Likewise, if 30 is the selling price, you would have made 10,000 profit. If number of items are sold is 1000. If we will go in consideration with, if you would have sold 2000 item and at the selling price of 35 per item, then 30,000, yes, it is 30,000 profit you would have made. Let's make a little bit more changes. If I am going to change this range of cells, just a minute please, and if I change this value with 15, you would have noticed the changes are getting reflected again, but only within the range, and I will have to press tab again. So this is about runtime making changes in the row input, or in the column input also we can make certain changes. So you would have noticed sometimes we are making loss also. But in overall, what is the concept of multiple operations? This is very simple formula you have used of calculating profit or loss. In this formula, you can vary at most two values. You have made use of varying the number of items sold in the column input values and selling price of an item in the row input values. And after that, you have selected all range of cells, and in the data multiple operations, we have selected the formula first and then row input cell, then after that column input cell, and clicked OK to get this desired output. It is actually, we are considering the possible scenarios. If the scenario is like 7,000 items sold at the selling price of 25 per item, then we would have made the profit of 35,000. This is about multiple operations.